It takes a lot to get me to leave Yorkshire, but I was invited down to our Chelsea store to check out a new type of experience room. What we're here to look at is just behind that door, but to talk us through it is Tim from our custom installation team. Tim!
How you doing?
What's so special about this room?
This is the first experience room in a richer sound store that we've used CEDIA standards to design.
So first of all, tell us who or what is CEDIA?
CEDIA, they are the global association of custom installation and design of AV electronics. Recently they announced what they call the RP22, which is a set of guidelines, a framework, if you will, that allows us to design rooms properly rather than just filling them full of speakers.
Right. And how did those guidelines apply to what you've been doing here in the Chelsea experience room?
We start with the room size. That will then give us the ideal seating position. From that seating position, it will give us the ideal screen size. From the seating position again, it gives us the location and the quantity of speakers. It's not about just having more and more and more and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
It's about having the right speaker in the right place. So we use that seating position as our reference section.
Yeah.
And that tells us the speaker needs to go there and it's this far away because that's where the wall is, which tells us how loud, how much energy that speaker needs to output to make sure where you're sitting gets the sound at the level that's intended.
So in this room, you've chosen to have some speakers on display, some speakers are hidden behind the wall. Take us through exactly what type of speakers we've got in this room.
So in here, we use the Artcoustic speakers, mainly because they make a whole range of speakers that we can use for different distances. So obviously the side speakers that we're seeing here are closer to the seating position than the fronts that we've got hidden in behind the fabric. It all means that knitted together, they come in at the right volume at the seating position, which is the main aim. The really good point with the Artcoustic is that they use the same components all the way through. So everything sounds the same. It's what we call timbre matching.
Right.
So even though the front speakers are further away and they are bigger than the rear speakers, they sound the same. So a sound that goes through the room doesn't have this strange tonal change as it goes through. So the ceiling speakers and what we call the home speakers, the main speakers, they are all identical sounding speakers.
And you didn't feel the need to have to put extra ceiling speakers, extra rear speakers in, it just wasn't necessary for a room this size?
No, it's not the biggest room in the world. The idea is to replicate the audio correctly, efficiently, rather than just having speakers because there's a space.
Yeah, I mean, this room itself is a, 5.2.2 system?
5.2.2.
So it could have gone an extra 2 speakers in the ceiling, but it maybe wasn't necessary for a room this size.
Completely not necessary. There'd be no benefit, and sometimes if you have too many speakers, it's actually detrimental to the effect.
Becomes fatiguing when you're watching the film or... Yeah.
But it's also not just sound, it also, from that seating position, we can take into account the size of screen. There is a projector screen hidden in there, which we've designed to be the right size for the seating position.
So we've spoken a little bit about what you can do for sound, but also we've got the visual experience as well. How does that get taken into account?
Well, again, we go back to that seating position. The seating position to the front wall will dictate how big the screen's going to be. Again, it's within those angles that we're working to. So obviously we've brought the projector screen down now, so that's the reference screen for the room. We had the TV in there as well because we went to go for the living room feel. You don't want to watch the news on a projector. We could have gone bigger, but the guidelines said no, there's no need.
Because it is a bit more exciting watching a film on a projector. It's still good on a large screen TV, but this room could fit a projector in, so why not have a projector?
Absolutely, absolutely. Again, it is a living room, so it is great having a big TV, but sometimes we don't want a big TV. If we've got the facility to put a projector in, hidden up into the ceiling, at the press of a button, the room turns from a living room, which is nice and comfortable, to that cinema room that you've wanted.
That's the dream. It's genuinely so well balanced. Like, I can hear everything that's happening in the front sound stage, but there's like perfect surround sound as well. So good. So, Tim, if I wanted a room that was just like this or better, what would the next steps be?
Get in touch. Get in touch with your local store or go to the website. You've got the custom installation section on the website. You can get in touch there. We can do an on-the-phone consultation, a video consultation. We'll even come out to the property and have a look and really give you some good ideas for the room. If you've got some ideas that you want to implement, we'll put those in the design. If you don't know and you just have a space, we can go through all sorts of things. From all the jobs we've done, we can pull in all that experience as well. The sky is the limit. This room is designed to be what's called a level 1 room. the CEDIA guidelines actually has 4 levels. It all fits in with the room, the budgetary, and although it's very difficult to imagine that room in your space, we've even got a rendering service. So we can actually computer render the room for you, so we can get even down to the nitty-gritty of the colours of the fabric, colours of the walls, colours of the speakers.
And it's not just the AV side that we can design and manage for you. The cabinetry in this room was custom built by one of our partners, DTR Customs, and we also teamed up with forartsake.com to provide custom artwork for this room. We'll be working with them more in the future.
So we can take the whole process from start to finish.
It's just
and beyond.
Limited by your own imagination.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks for joining me and Tim for this video. If you need to know where your local store is, click the link. And if you're feeling super generous, why not hit that subscribe button? Thanks for joining us for this one. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
It's Tim from our custom installation, Tim. Okay.
Do you still do outtakes for a laugh, or are you just too busy?